Ever wonder how Vietnamese Americans came to dominate the nail salon industry? The answer might surprise you. In a country of 331 million people, Vietnamese Americans only make up 0.7% of the total population. Yet, they make up 80% of California's nail technicians and 45% of nail technicians in the US overall. But exactly how did a relatively small demographic rise to take over the American nail business? To uncover this truth, our story begins in an unlikely way, in old Hollywood with American actress Natalie Hedren. Natalie, better known as Tippi Hedren, a pet name given by her father, was born on January 19, 1930. Her career spanned across 6 decades and touched renowned works like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds and Marnie. Before Tippi Hedren came to Hollywood, she moved to New York City in her teen years and worked as a model. In 1952, Hedren married Peter Griffith and the couple had one daughter together. In less than a decade, the marriage dissolved and Tippi took her daughter across the country to Los Angeles to start over anew. It was in the City of Angels that renowned film director Alfred Hitchcock sought out Tippi after being transfixed by her in a beverage commercial. He soon signed her to a 7-year contract and hired her as the lead in the thriller and cult classic, The Birds. The film was an instant success and garnered over $11 million at the box office. Hedren went on to do one other Hitchcock movie before their working relationship turned sour after unwanted advances by Hitchcock. While Tippi continued her acting career without Hitchcock, she insisted that her career had been stunted as a direct result of their fallout. Nonetheless, Tippi would soon create a legacy greater than the one she left on the big screen. While Hedren was in the midst of her acting career, the Vietnam War raged on across the Pacific Ocean. The war lasted 2 decades and notably brought protests and opposition against US involvement. It cost taxpayers an annual $25 billion, drafted up to 40,000 men into service each month, and took the lives of 3 million people. In her personal life, Hedren was dedicated to humanitarian relief efforts and worked with refugees of the Vietnam War during the 70s. It was in 1975 at a refugee center where the history of nail salons began as we know them today. In the aftermath of the war, several cities in California became hosts to immigrants seeking a new start. Tippi Hedren began working as an international relief coordinator with Food for the Hungry and volunteered at Hope Village, a refugee center located in Weimar, California, just 45 miles north of the state capital, Sacramento. There were several centers in California that hosted Vietnamese refugees, but the installation of these programs brought mixed opinions. The arrival of refugees made some California residents question whether or not cities should open their doors at all. Residents of Placer County, where Hope Village was located, voiced both concerns and support for the refugee center to the local news. One woman shared, "While there's a great question in all our minds about the validity of the evacuation of the refugees in the first place, they are human beings and they are here in the United States." Despite the differing opinions from locals, Hope Village became the first step to a new life for many that left Vietnam, including a group of 20 women who would soon change the course of the nail salon industry. When Tippi Hedren stepped foot into Hope Village, the women she worked with quickly took interest in her manicures each time she visited. Their intrigue launched an idea in Hedren, and she took their interest as a sign. Hedren decided that the best thing to do for the women at Hope Village was to give them an avenue to learn a new skill set. "We were trying to find vocations for them," Hedren shared in an interview with the BBC. Hedren soon enlisted her manicurist, Dusty Coots, to teach the refugee women the skills of professional nail care. She even went so far as to fly Dusty to Hope Village from Los Angeles every weekend to instruct the women on the ins and outs of the business. Hedren also enlisted the help of a beauty school, seamstresses, and typists to give the women of Hope Village options. But it was the glamour and beauty of nails that captivated the women most of all. After a series of lessons, Hedren's first class of Vietnamese students took and completed the cosmetic license test. Rather than stopping there, Hedren took it a step further by helping the women secure jobs as nail technicians in Southern California. In later years, Hedren expressed the love she had for the refugees and how it fueled her desire to give them new opportunities. After trials and tribulations of leaving their home country, she wanted to give them something good. Her first class was nowhere near her last, and Hedren continued to aid more residents at Hope Village to secure the education and licensing needed to start a lucrative career in the nails business. This pivotal moment marked a major transition for the American nail industry and is the reason why we have the salons we do today. It's nearly impossible to drive down the street and not see a nail salon. They're on every corner, at strip malls, airports, and even in some Walmart locations. They're found in suburban towns and busy cities, no matter the tax bracket. Not only did the number of Vietnamese women in the industry begin to grow thanks to Hedron, they also shifted the entire pricing format of nail salons. They offered manicures and pedicures that were 30 to 50% less than the other existing salons. It finally made the standard mani-pedi attainable for the average woman. Today, there are nearly 2.3 million people of Vietnamese heritage in the United States, and many have carried on the career tradition that was ignited by Hedron. Over the decades, manicures and pedicures have evolved and grown more intricate. Patrons are no longer faced with the simple choice of which color polish to wear. They now have a plethora of possibilities. They can choose between regular or gel polish, acrylic or gel extensions, dip powder, or sculpted nails. They can add gems, opt for 3D nail art, pay extra for chrome or painted designs. And with every evolution, every new trend, you can count on Vietnamese nail salons to evolve along with them. Since her days at Hope Village, Tepi Hedron has been dubbed the godmother of the Vietnamese American nail industry, and her contributions won't soon be forgotten. Scholarships have been created in her honor, and her legacy has been showcased in several documentaries like Happy Hands, a film that won Best Documentary Short at the Sonoma International Film Festival in 2014. The ripple effect of her dedication to help others has contributed to an $8.53 billion industry. It's not every day that someone can claim this kind of impact. It is a one-of-a-kind story of what can happen when two unlikely worlds collide. Traveling is a journey of discovery. Whether you're exploring the vast wilderness or diving into the heart of a bustling metropolis, one thing remains constant: the need for the perfect soundtrack to accompany your adventures. But finding the right music for your videos can be a tough task. Endless searching, copyright issues, and subpar tracks can drain the excitement out of your content creation process faster than you can say subscribe. Epidemic Sound is your ultimate solution to the music misery. It's a game-changing platform that provides creators with unlimited access to high-quality, royalty-free music and sound effects. With Epidemic Sound, you'll experience creative freedom. Say goodbye to copyright headaches and hello to unrestricted creativity. You have the freedom to use any track from their extensive library without worrying about demonetization or takedown notices. Elevate your content. Instantly elevate the production value of your videos with professionally curated music that sets the perfect mood and enhances the storytelling experience. Time savings. Spend less time scouring the internet for the right track and more time doing what you love, creating captivating content that resonates with your audience. Here's what makes Epidemic Sound stand out. Curated library. Access thousands of tracks across various genres, meticulously curated by industry professionals to ensure top-notch quality and relevance. Seamless integration. Easily integrate Epidemic Sound into your editing workflow with plugins for popular editing software like Adobe Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro. Regular updates. Enjoy fresh new tracks added weekly, keeping your content fresh and exciting with the latest trends and sounds. Ready to take your videos to the next level? Click the link in the description to start your free 7-day trial and unlock the power of premium music for your content. Don't let mediocre music hold you back. Join Epidemic Sound.